Greetings comic lovers and welcome back to Casually Comics, the channel where we chat all things comics, from music comics new and old to history to anecdotes, really wherever our whims take us. The New 52, the reboot on the entire DC universe that began in 2011 and was soft rebooted in 2016. It was considered by many to be a low point, or edgy for edgy's sake, and also lacking in internal continuity and consistency. However, like anything, it had its ups and downs, and for some people it did have the intended effect of drawing them in. Not as many as was anticipated, but still some. The point? It's easy to mock the New 52, but it had its moments. And whether you liked it or not, it's still an era that's interesting to visit. So I can bring you plots like this one, Superman turning into a cheetah. This tale also has the added bonus of acting as a beef up on Cheetah during the New 52 era. We did a confusing history on Barbara Minerva, the third Cheetah, the one who's been Cheetah since post-crisis in 1985. The main Cheetah, that is. There have been others. Watch that video. But the New 52 is a footnote in that, so let's bring that center stage. And also take a look at how the Justice League was presented in the New 52 era. It's interesting, I promise. But before we get started, I'm Sasha, and if you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Join us on this comic book journey. Superman turning into a cheetah begins in Justice League 13 from 2012, written by Jeff Johns with art by Tony S. Daniel. Oh wow, new TV series, Arrow! I shouldn't joke, I was all about Arrow back in the day. At the time of this recording, they just announced a Wonder Girl series with the new Brazilian Wonder Woman. So yeah, there you go. The cheetah strikes. We're still early enough into the reboot that the words New 52 are still emblazoned on the covers. Our cover does its job. We have Cheetah, seemingly having taken down the whole Justice League, holding off a Wonder Woman who is trying to strike her down. The lasso is being a bit confusingly employed though. It's fine and the art is good, but it's not amazing. It's a cover that is. Our first image is Diana and Clark awkwardly crouched so that they can fit inside the moon's silhouette to kiss. This is early on in the them getting together phase of the New 52. New 52 Superman was differently presented in some key ways. One was that he felt like an outsider, an other, and Diana did as well, and that was part of what was used to draw them together. There's a whole history and theories as to why Superman was presented this way in the New 52, but that's a topic for another day. Lawsuits. 5 days later, Central Park. Cheetah and Wonder Woman are just throwing down right in the middle of said park. Please, Barbara, let me save you from this curse. Let me free you from the cheetah. I like that Barbara is wearing no clothes, but accessories. Always gotta look fashionable. A good bracelet can go with anything, even nothing. Minerva says that she doesn't want to be saved, that humans are just animals living under a veneer of civilization. Look at how unfazed these park goers are. This woman just looks annoyed. How rampant is crime in Central Park? Diana lassos her, but it doesn't work. Minerva just mocks her and tells her that she should use it on the rest of humanity and see how she feels learning all their dark desires. You grew up surrounded by violence and you're still drawn to it. New 52 Wonder Woman has a heavier emphasis on the warrior part of her history. Wonder Woman is really interesting because one of her core traits is compassion, but she also comes from a warrior culture. It's a fine line to walk and balance, and few can do it, and some don't even bother to try. Diana gets knocked out, much to the rest of the league's surprise. Superman says it's because she was holding back because Barbara was her first friend. Way to kiss and tell, Clark. So Steve, who is injured and at the medical center at Argus, that's the Advanced Research Group Uniting Superhumans, a federal agency under Homeland Security that he commands in this universe, and Diana give part of Barbara's backstory. Barbara was working at the Smithsonian when it was attacked by terrorists, and she ended up teaming up with Diana and Steve, and hence Argus, and being their mythological person, and also taking on artifacts, guarding a vault of all of the items that they find. During all of this, her and Diana formed a friendship-ish. It was because of this that Barbara came into contact with the Godslayer knife, a dagger that was somehow connected to an ancient ritual, or so it seemed. We're about to find out more about it. Barbara cut herself on it. She was possessed by the goddess of the hunt, the bloodthirsty cheetah. That's nice and all, but it's missing some key details. I'm not sure if this is because of lack of internal memos or just wanting to make Diana look better. Or I guess it was trying to make her look worse later, because the information I'm about to impart was emphasized after. Barbara stabbed herself with that knife because Diana laughed at her after she was talking to her about her beliefs on Amazons, which she had largely based her entire life around. Diana mocked her and told her everything she thought was wrong. Granted, she didn't mean to make her turn into a supervillain, but it was at that point that Barbara became bitter and stabbed herself. Diana blames herself for what happened to Barbara, as she should. Diana suddenly pulls a no, you guys don't need to help, this isn't what the Justice League is for. Okay, well then, what is it for? Tell me, please. Doesn't matter. This is so Clark and Diana can have a moment and talk about, yes, the Cheetah situation, but also their kiss. And it allows Flash and Cyborg to chat in the hallway, and allows us to learn that Cyborg is living on the Watchtower and also can monitor all of them anytime, and has to try not to. And it essentially boils down to, am I a man or a machine? That truck outside backing up is a machine. Cyborg. Cyborg got bumped up to being straight on the Justice League in the New 52. No Titans for him. And I don't know, there was a lot of cool development that happened with him in the Titans that doesn't really have as much room to grow and expand here in the League. In fact, some of it seems to piggyback off of you knowing a bit about his pathos already, perhaps from other media, say the Teen Titans TV show. A lot of his development here feels rushed, and he doesn't have that same level of camaraderie with this team as he did with the Titans. But that's probably my bias from having read New Teen Titans first and then reading this. Let me know how you feel about it down below. With our angst interlude over, the team manages to convince Diana that tracking down villains is indeed what the Justice League is for. And so they end up tracking Cheetah to the Congo. They also ditch Steve Trevor as their liaison. But this isn't about Steve. It's never about Steve. The cheetah appears with a cartoon cat sound effect, gets a slash on Batman, the Flash, which is super impressive. Any hit land on the Flash deserves to be celebrated, drinks all around. And she manages to bite Superman. How'd her teeth penetrate his skin? He's turning into a cheetah. See, wasn't that worth the suspension of disbelief? His hair didn't grow. Disappointed. When Sebastian Ballesteros became the cheetah, he grew a gratuitous mane. Then there's an epilogue where it shows TMZ has learned that Steve got fired. Not a good timeline to be Steve. Issue 14. The transformation on Soup seems to have reversed a bit on this cover, and they call him the Monster of Steel. Missed opportunity to call him the Cheetah of Steel, Catman of Steel, Feline of Steel, Cheetah Man. We had options. We open with the battle still raging on from last issue, only now we have narration boxes with quotes and brackets, meaning they're meant to be being spoken in another language. The cheetah was our protector. The cheetah was our savior. Until Barbara Minerva ruined it all. She must die so the cheetah can be saved. Okay, it's time for our updated God Cheetah backstory. No more virgin sacrifice in the New 52. Cheetah's been trying to kill off this tribe because they're trying to kill her. They produce a horn that chases her off, and it's such a high frequency that it also slows Superman.
If her teeth can break Superman's skin, the cheetah's stronger than we thought.
Sure. Let's go with that. Not even she's got God teeth? I would have accepted God teeth. Cyborg is able to turn himself into a universal translator so they can communicate with the tribe. Now it's a thing that if the cheetah bites somebody and they survive, they undergo a transformation process that makes them one with the cheetah before they die. Translation, we wanted to draw Superman as a cheetah. I understand. They have a way to save him from this transformation, of course. We don't even get Cheetah Man for a full issue. I feel cheated. They pour some blood on his neck and that counteracts the cheetah venom, magic, whatever it was. The Flash is healing too, but not wrong enough for it to matter. We then get Cheetah's backstory. The goddess inhabited a chosen member of the tribe and embodied the goddess of the hunt. Our current tribal leader's mother was the last to be chosen, but she was murdered by a man with the God Slayer who had been going around killing deities. But somehow the cheetah managed to transfer herself to the knife and also cursed the hunter who killed her, so he died, and the God Slayer was lost until it ended up with Minerva. And she stole the God Slayer, and until Barbara Minerva dies, the cheetah is forever lost to us. So how much agency does the goddess have in this scenario? In the pre-New 52 version, Earth's Cartaga gifted the power of the cheetah in exchange for sacrifice, and existed independent of the cheetah form, which was something the host transformed into. Here it seems more symbiotic, like Minerva is herself, but also the cheetah. I don't know, I can see why they brought Earth's Cartaga back in Rebirth. If you prefer this to that though, let me know, and let me know why down below. While this narration has been going on, the remaining League members lured Cheetah into a trap in the water, and that's Aquaman's domain. It must have been super easy because Arthur looks positively bored. New 52 Aquaman is an Aquaman who once more is in the we need to take him seriously mode. Don't you dare laugh at Aquaman. How dare you, he's king of the sea. And so Minerva is imprisoned, and her and Wonder Woman have a conversation that isn't entirely along the lines of how I think they wanted it to sound.
You know I'm an animal that's been bad. That's why you put me in a cage. But I like it here. It's where I belong with the world the way it is.
And cue the music. Diana, of course, vows that she will be there for her and save her.
Not everyone wants to be saved.
And it's then revealed that Cheetah wanted to end up in Belle Reve, and she sits tight and waits for Black Manta. Batman then drops a bombshell on Diana, and that is that Barbara Minerva has always been a criminal. She wasn't just a simple archaeologist, she was a criminal archaeologist.
She's gone by Priscilla Rich, Deborah Domain, and Sabrina Ballesteros.
Aw, boo! They gender bent Sebastian. I wanted to believe that she went into deep, deep cover as Sebastian. So these are of course all the previous incarnations of the cheetah at the time, then non-existent because of the New 52 reboot. This is meant to be a cute nod to them, which it is, but it also undermines the whole friendship angle by making it seem like the entirety of it was a lie. And also I guess now she won't be saving Minerva from herself? so I guess that whole last scene was a little pointless. Another thing that would be retconned in Rebirth.
The tribe was right, Diana. The cheetah isn't the one who corrupted Barbara Minerva. Barbara is the one that corrupted the cheetah.
My best friend was never my friend at all. So this all plays into Diana feeling isolated and like she doesn't understand humanity or the people in it, which is meant to be something that draws her closer to Superman.
You were giving people the benefit of the doubt. You were looking for the good instead of the bad. Something I admire about you. Something I try to do myself.
It's statements like that led to this version of Superman being killed and replaced by the prime version of himself, and then everyone acting like that never happened. He pulls an Aladdin and is all, "Do you trust me?" and takes her out for a date to a diner in Smallville, in costume, and even calls the waitress there by her name. How did you know my name? Clark, why? This is a weird flex.
I brought you here because I wanted you to meet the nice couple that runs this diner, and the families that come here.
This is supposed to be nice. Why is it creeping me out so much? He shows her where he grew up and talks about why he's Superman, but also seems pretty disconnected from it. Even how he's drawn in this sequence is pretty aloof. New 52 Superman was interesting. Let's put it that way. And if you preferred him, let me know why. Anyway, all of this was part of an attempt to make sure she doesn't lose faith in humanity, or herself, or the hope for a life in man's world, but also to ingratiate himself and be like, also that life could be with me. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And so they kiss, lifting up into the sky as we see that they're being observed by Batman.
Computer, play my Heartbreak playlist.
Hi, Stalker Batman. Hopefully Stalker Batman, not Peeper Batman. Which is worse? You decide. You know what's terrible today? My lighting. I don't know what the sun is doing except ruining everything. So that was Superman turning into a cheetah. Sadly, a bit of a non-event, really. Everything in these two issues felt like it was in fast forward, like we're worried we're running out of time. Most of the plot seemed like a roundabout way to get Clark and Diana together without just placing them together. And these versions of them do work together. It's just a bit odd for me since I'm so used to seeing other characterizations. Particularly for Superman, I keep having Clark, are you okay moments? And this is from someone who regularly reads Silver Age Superman. The art in these is lovely, and the story is fine, but ultimately nothing to write home about. Not the strongest part of the run, that's for sure. Filler City. But I wanted to show you Cheetah Man, because my journey through comics is essentially just Freakazoid's journey through life.
Hey kid, wanna see Superman turn into a cheetah?
Do I? So what do you think of this brief dive into the New 52 Justice League? Does my lighting make you want to throw something? Because it makes me want to throw something. What song was Batman listening to when he was creeping on Clark and Diana? You can't convince me that moment was silent. Maybe I just don't want it to be. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. While you're down there, please do all the YouTube things. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you never miss a vid. Thanks so much for taking some time out of your day to spend it discussing comics with me. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.